Hello everyone, my name is Nisha. This is my credit analysis project. In this video, I will explain the data set, the DAX measure, the visualization I created in Power BI, and insight I found from the dashboard. Uh, Straightforward to start with our data, how to import the data. For importing data, you just click on the get data. If your file is in Excel workbook, so click on the Excel workbook. Select your file. I selected here my file. Okay, and open with. After click on the open, the file will connect to your Power BI, and you can click on the load. If you click on load, the file will directly comes to your Power BI page. If you want to transform your data, means cleaning your data, or some small changes you want, so you click on the transform data. I already created here. So after transforming data, for transforming data, you can see here I'm transform my data according to my need. You can see here, there is no error, there is no empty space. It is valid, and no duplicates are in this. So close and apply. Okay. So start with the first question. What is the first question? They ask a first question, that's calculation of financial metrics. So here I create financial metrics. So this is a financial metrics by loan grade. Here I uh, take a loan grade in x-axis, and in y-axis average interest rate, average loan amount, and default rate. For calculating this average interest rate and this, use this tax, average interest. This is DAX to calculate average interest rate for average loan amount. This is the DAX function, and average default rate. This is, sorry, this is this one. By loan grade, I calculated this DAX functions. So you can see here, according to this, I, here average loan amount and default rate by loan grade, average interest rate default rate by loan grade. So you can see in the values I take a loan grade, in x-axis average loan amount, and in y-axis default rate. So move forward to the next, visualization of loan status. Uh, so this visual shows the loan defaults vary by employment length and home ownership from the chart. We can see people with shorter employment length or rented home show slightly higher default rates. This help identify the risk category. Uh, just a second for a while. Here, this chart is by home ownership by loan status. So personal homeowners, this column I added to this x-axis, and count of loan status I add to the y-axis. In the legend I add loan status. So here we see mortgage is a high value. Okay, so sorry for inconvenience. Um Here I created a chart table format. In this I add a loan grade, average loan amount, average interest rate, and default rate. So here we see I color them. uh, huh, I color them according to their uh, increasing value. This is a green phase, and this is an orange phase, and this is an next one is default rate by home ownership, and this is a working years by loan status. Okay. Next is a segmentation analysis. So I segmented borrowers based on the loan intent like education, medical, personal, home improvement, etc. Then I compared the average income and average loan amount for each group. From this, I found which loan intent has highest loan amount to income ratio, and this tells us which purpose has higher repayment pressure. Uh, to calculate loan to income ratio, I show you a DAX. Okay, this is a DAX I created here to loan calculate loan to income ratio. Okay. Uh, next, next one is next one is time series analysis. Here, time series analysis. I used credit history length as a dimension to see how default rate changes over time using a slicer. We can select specific time period and check the default trends. This helps us understand how customer behavior changes with a longer credit history. Uh, so you can see I added the column for in x-axis and y-axis. For creating this, I go to the insert. Sorry, go to the modeling, uh, add new parameter, numeric range, numeric range, uh, your numeric range, your parameter name, your data type, your minimum to maximum increment, and you can just click on create, and your range will be created. Moving forward to the next, predictive analysis. So in predictive analysis, yeah, I created what if parameter for interest rate. By adjusting these parameters, we can see how increasing or decreasing interest rate may affect default rates. This help us to scenario analysis and decision making lenders. Next one is a loan purpose. Okay, yeah, loan purpose. What is it given in the loan purpose? Okay, so in the loan purpose, I added loan intent in the y-axis and total loan amount by intent rate uh, in the x-axis. So total loan intent amount by loan intent. For this, I create this tax. You can see here. Okay. Next, uh, next is the default rate by the loan intent. For a default rate in a loan intent, I calculated average default rate by intent, and I show you the DAX. So yeah, this one the calculated DAX for loan intent. Next one is risk assessment. So in the risk assessment, I add risk score in the uh, x-axis, and in the y-axis I add loan amount, personal employment length, person income, and the cv person default count of cv person. Okay. To create a risk assessment, here we have to uh, do a RLS. RLS means what? Row level security. To create a row level security, you just go to the modeling tab, click on manage rules, and here you can select the your data set and add column, add your condition and value for the column, and just save it. And I here already created the rows, so I show you these rows I created here for each of column. Let's go to the dashboard. This is my comprehensive dashboard. Here I added each one visuals which is needed for our analysis part. So let's move forward to the our insight of this dashboard. Just a second. So what's the insight tell us? So this dashboard reveals critical insights. Corporate stakeholders by highlighted loan intents such as a debt consolidation and medical carry higher risk scores and default rates, especially among grade D borrowers and renters. Uh, main thing is this pattern underscore the importance of integrating borrowers, demographics, loan intent, credit grade into the predictive models and strategic decision making. Thank you for watching. Thanks.